Looking for a spooky evening in South Bend? The Dinner Detective has everything you need for a murder mystery dinner party with a twist.
I spoke with some of the members of their team to learn a little bit more about what guests might have in store. Take a look. Good morning, everyone. I'm here with Nicholas from the Dinner Detective to talk a little bit about a murder mystery dinner party that's something a little bit different from what you'd expect. So can you tell us a little bit about what the Dinner Detective is and kind of how it's different from a traditional murder mystery?
Yeah, of course. So the Dinner Detective is an improv murder mystery show.
I've been stabbed! I've been stabbed! Oh my gosh! Do you have a Band-Aid? You have a Band-Aid? This is like,
not
oh
on
gosh,
me
this
right
really
now.
hurts. Ow, ow.
Oh,
my gosh.
is there a doctor here?
Oh, there's a camera. Hi, do you get my good side? How about this side? Okay. Ow! 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 Ow!
Well, I hope he gets some help. Anyway.
Yeah. So, like I was saying,
Yes.
So the Dinner Detective is an improv murder mystery show, and it's unlike your other murder mystery shows in the sense that, one, we try to implement as much comedy as possible, and two, it's not like your traditional shows where there's people all dressed up, there's a theme, there's a set killer who gets assigned to a random audience member. People aren't shown up and expected to play a character they didn't know they were going to play. The way we do it is we have actors who blend in with the audience, and we tell the audience to show up and be themselves or even lie about who they are.
Ooh,
and we
that's
try to
fun.
convince the entire crowd that it could be anyone amongst them, including the people they came with. We do make it very clear that the killer knows they are the killer. And again, that is a set actor, but it's so fun to watch these families just like go in at each other and like, wait a minute, you bought the tickets. Were you a part of this all along?
Oh,
and
right.
everyone's got to figure out who amongst them is the actors, who the killer is, and more importantly, why did they do the killings that happened
Exactly.
that
That is the essential part of it. So are you saying that you could have somebody, could you assign somebody in your party to be a part of the murder mystery?
Yeah, absolutely. So they wouldn't necessarily know they're a part of it, which is the best part.
Okay.
We do have some special suspect packages where you can purchase them ahead of time to guarantee that one of your family members is a prime suspect in our investigation.
Oh, no
and we may
way.
or may not pull out some special information about them that they would have no idea how we found out about them and make a big fool of them in front of everyone. So.
Well, that just seems like the best time, and I'm sure you have a lot of great guest responses from people who come and experience it. What do people say after they've experienced the Dinner Detective?
Oh yeah, of course. So, just bragging about ourselves a little bit
course.
here is that, we get all this positive feedback. People seem to love the fact that it's not your traditional style. They love that they get to come in and just be who they want to be. Some people get really into it and create a whole character of this person that they claim to be, lie all night long and try to convince everyone that they are this person. Some people like to show up and be themselves and tell the truth and try to make it very clear that, hey, I'm not the killer, please don't shoot me. And so it's mostly positive reviews. Everyone seems to love all the different things we have going on. We get a lot of good feedback on the food too. There's a 4-course meal that's part of the evening, so everyone seems to love that as well.
Great. Dinner and a show, an interactive show that you get to be a part of, which is so wonderful. And so we talked a little bit about this before, but if people want to have, let's say, a group from their business or their family come, do you have public shows, private shows? How does that kind of break down?
Yeah, so we have both public and private shows. Our public shows happen anywhere from 2 to 3 times a month, and we do that year-round. We like to stay around as long as we possibly can. But for private shows, we'll do it any day of the week, any time of year, any place you want us to do the show.
Really?
Yeah, so we have 2 different options for the private show package where, you can show up here at our home location at the Aloft, and, we basically do everything for you. We find out that head count for the meals and all that fun stuff. The other option is if you have your own personal venue that you'd like to go to, or not even personal, but preferred venue you'd like to go to with or without food, we'll show up and do it there as well. And of course, those have different price points depending on the number of people and the location you choose.
Right, and I'm sure so many people are thinking that they want to come and be a part of this whole performance, this whole situation. So what is coming up next for you guys? What are the shows coming up next, and how can people get tickets?
Tickets, you can find them online at thedinnerdetective.com/southbend. Tickets are $60, and we have I think 2 shows coming up in March. Those have not sold out yet. February, unfortunately, is all sold out. And we post show dates at least 2 months in advance. I believe by the time I'm telling you this, April shows are just now being listed on our website as well.
Perfect. Okay, looking ahead.
Oh yeah.
Great, wonderful. Well, that's great. Well, I'm so excited for everybody to get to see a little taste of what goes on here with the Dinner Detective. Thank you for joining us, Nicholas.
Yeah, of course.
Find out more about the Dinner Detective Murder Mystery Show. You can use the promo code WSBT22 for 10% off your tickets through April. Pretty good deal. You can call them at 866-496-0535 or visit their website, thedinnerdetective.com/South
Abby, it looked like you were the prime suspect, that you joined in on the murder mystery experience. So from firsthand, you know, we got to see something or some sort of semblance of how you were involved. From your experience, would you recommend this to other people? What does that look like when you're thrust into this experience?
I definitely would, Jackie. I would say that, you know, you could see me out there doing my robot moves and everything. I was not forced to do that. They were so wonderful and willing to accommodate me and what I wanted to do, but they were also so fun and professional that I felt comfortable to just go out there and do the robot. But it's really, I think it would be a great experience to take somebody that maybe that you work with or somebody that you know really well and have them go out there and just be silly and have fun.
Right, there might be some apprehension to jump right into the experience. I mean, what would you say to those that are thinking about doing an event such as a murder mystery and they're on the fence? How would you maybe persuade them to just dive right in and experience it?
Well, I'd say everybody's in the same boat. You know, everybody is out there and feeling a little bit vulnerable, a little bit silly, but I think once you really submit to the night and everything that it holds, you'll just start to realize that it's so much fun, and it's more fun if you really commit yourself and go all the way with that.
So is it more fun, more spooky, more scary? Which adjective would you utilize to describe your experience with the event?
Right. Well, I think we saw with Lewis, one of the wonderful actors who was a part of our interview, he was, you know, a little spooky with the, oh no, like I've been stabbed. But at the same time, it's very fun. Anything that is spooky at all will be turned into something fun. So I think that's something that everyone can look forward to, even if you're not so much into horror or any of those kinds of genres.
And he might have touched on it a little bit, but what is the format of the evening? Do they change for different events? What does that look like to really create this experience from start to finish?
Sure, it is different for everywhere that you go because they have their venue at the Aloft Hotel in South Bend, but then they also have a lot of different places that you can go depending on your business or your family or whatever you want to do.
So they're really going to cater it to every experience. We love that. Definitely check it out.